Hi, I'm Kristy, welcome to my channel. If you would like to see how I done this drag-inspired makeup look, then stay tuned. Okay, I've truly never looked more mental in my life, but let's get on with it. Okay, so for my brows, I'm going to be using the Revolution Brow Pomade in medium brown, and I'm just taking that on like an angled brush. And I'm just starting to draw that in, and I'm really exaggerating like my brow in towards the centre. Also exaggerating the tail slightly and creating more of an arch because my eyebrows are more straight. I know for a lot of drag looks people like glue their brows down, but I have tried that once on a friend and let me tell you, it did not go well. What a fucking disaster that was. It was Halloween and she was going as like Columbia for Rocky Horror, and like she has like these like big skinny red eyebrows and my friend does not, and I was like, oh my god, come to mine, I'll glue them down for you, it was so easy. Oh my god. So I wasn't attempting that today. But what I'm basically doing is taking like a little bit of the pomade at a time and then adding more as need be rather than taking like loads out, because you really don't need a lot. I'm using like more now than what I would on a normal brow day. Whoa. She is long compared to her. We'll fix it. And I'm not even going into the inner section of my eyebrow yet. I'm more darkening up the outer half. And then when there's less product on my brush, I'm brushing like more towards the inner section. I'm not like the best at explaining, but you can see what I'm doing. And then when there's almost nothing on my brush, I am going in even further. When I get to this inner part, I'm brushing up the way. See, so this is more of like a gradual fade rather than like a big harsh block. So as you can see, I'm kind of just spooling that colour in so that it is like more of a gradual fade. Spooling, I don't know if that's actually a word. Okay, I've just took a little bit of concealer on the back of my hand, and with a little flat brush I'm going to use that to start carving my brow out. There was like too much product on my brush, so I'm just like patting that on my eyelid because I'm going to use the same concealer to prime my eyes for makeup anyway. Now they're carved out, I'm just going to blend out the concealer into my skin. This will just save it for setting and it'll be a lot easier when I go to do my foundation and stuff. Okay, and then I'm just using that same concealer all over my eyelid. And just to make that even, I'm just going to go and pat it in with my finger. When I go in with any shadow, I'm just going to tape under my eye so that I can get this sharp edge like I've got here and minimal cleanup and stuff as well. This is a lot easier if you're doing both at the same time. Okay, that'll do. I'm not setting my concealer in place, but what I am going to do is go in with a white eyeshadow right underneath my brow bone. And I'm really going to pack that on because this is going to act as like a matte highlighter. If you're wondering what white I'm using the shade Saint from the Soph X Revolution palette. I know you can see my brows underneath my makeup, but I wasn't prepared to wax them for a video. I'm trying to grow them as bushy as I can have them. And with that white again, I'm also highlighting my inner corner, and I'm kind of exaggerating this right up to my eyebrow. I think I've said the word exaggerating quite a lot in this video. So with the Revolution Pro Trends Mischief Mattes palette, I'm going to go in with the shade Crusade. And I'm taking that on a kind of fluffy-ish brush. It's like fluffy this way, but then not so dense, if you know what I mean. Not so thick. And I'm taking that shade Crusade and I'm just starting to work that above my crease. and I'm winging that out at the end to about the length of my eyebrow, but not up as high as the eyebrow. And now I'm going to go in with a clean fluffy brush. It's actually the one that I used to put the white on with, so technically not clean, and I'm just going to blend out the edges of that blue. Okay, and I'm just going to repeat that step. Okay, now that's blended together relatively nicely. I'm going to go in again with the Trends Mischief Mattes palette, and I'm going to go in with the shade Indication, which is like a really nice dark indigo colour. And I'm just taking that on the same brush and I'm doing the same kind of thing, but this time I'm keeping the colour like much tighter into my crease. I'm still smoking out a little bit, I'm not being like crazy careful with it or anything. I've just wiped my brush off and I'm going back in with the lighter shade of blue and blending that right above where we put the indigo colour. And then again with the clean fluffy brush. Again, I'm going in with Indication. And I'm literally just going to repeat that exact same thing again by blending the light blue on top of it and then blending it right out with a clean fluffy brush. And again with Indication, I'm taking that on the same brush again and I'm patting it on the inner section of my eye. I'm not coming in as close as the middle, but I'm also like leaving like the space of like where my tear duct is, not with blue on it, so that it can be like a whiter, brighter highlight. And with some concealer and a little flat brush, I'm going to start to carve out a little middle section, kinda just where we've made it. And I actually meant to use my other concealer, my lighter concealer than this one, but it's okay. And then with this shimmery silver shade Infinity from the Soph X Revolution palette, I'm taking that on a little brush and I'm literally just patting on exactly where we've put that concealer. And with that dark indigo shade that we had in a really skinny brush, I am just going like right into my crease, right above where we've done that silver, just to kind of deepen it up. I mean, this one's already fucking smudged everywhere, but it's okay. And then I'm just going to blend between the Indication shade and the Infinity shimmery colour to blend them together. Taking a little bit of the Indication on my brush. That was not a little bit, that was a lot. So what I'm doing is kind of like patting over the edges and blending it out. Just taking a tiny little bit of Infinity again, just right in the centre. And now with the shade Cursed, which is like a really, really deep purple, I am darkening up just the very outer corner of my eye. Ah! Okay, so before I finish my eyes, I'm going to start doing my face makeup. I've already primed my skin using the Collection Primed and Ready primer, mattifying primer, I think it is. Yeah. So for foundation, I have two shades of the Revolution Pro Fast Base Stick Foundation. I have the shade F4, which is my actual shade, and I have the shade F13, which is not my shade. I'm going to take F4 and I'm going to place it on the high points in the centre parts of my face, like my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, on the upper part of my cheeks, my chin, my nose. That's not nose though, is it? and there. And with the shade F13, I'm going to use that under my, I was going to say collarbones, it's funny looking collarbones, under my cheekbones, round the perimeter of my head. I should do jaw, but I know I'm not going to be able to blend it. Okay, we'll do it a little bit, a tiny bit. And then very carefully down my nose. Now, I am absolutely rubbish at nose contour. I'm actually not very good at any kind of contouring, but we'll give it a bash. And with a damp sponge, I'm literally just going to start blending that out. I'm going to blend the lightest shade first, so that my sponge isn't all dark. And once that's kind of blended out roughly, I'm going to start buffing out the dark. Going to start very carefully blending out the dark. Whoa, that's a lot. Yeah, I'm going to blend my nose in with my finger a little bit first. I promise it won't look this crazy when I'm done. Fix it with concealer. That's the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. Right, to try and sharpen this dodgy contour, I'm going back in with the lightest shade. Just right underneath where I want the dark to be. Now for concealer, I'm using the Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer in the shade C1, which is really light. It's much too light for my skin. But I'm going to, again, just use this to kind of go over where we went with the light foundation. And right under my eyes. I am not being shy with this. And then hopefully save the nose. I'm frightened to blend this bit on my nose. I'm gonna, oh my god. I just scratched my nose and shoveled like a full handful of makeup off my face. Okay, to bake basically everywhere that I've just put the lightest shade, I am going to use the Revolution Bake and Finish finishing powder, and this is like a ghost finish, so it will leave like a kind of white trace after it's gone. And with my sponge, I'm just putting that, like I says, everywhere that I've put the white, not the white, the light concealer. Okay, I've had that on for about 5 minutes. I'm going to dust it off because I can't wait anymore. And I'm going to take the Revolution Ultra Bronze Bronzer on like a fluffy brush and just start warming up my face again. Also just taking that down my neck because I am so pasty. the Revolution Pro HD Powder Contour. I swear I think I have only used Revolution in this tutorial and it was not intended. Is everything I'm using Revolution? No, my mascara's not. One thing. Wait, my lipstick isn't either. So I am going to go in with this lightest to the brown shades here. Oh, this is in like the light palette, no, the fair palette anyway, sorry. And I'm taking that on a kind of like dense fluffy brush. And I'm contouring my nose a little bit. I'm also going to contour underneath my lip and in my Cupid's bow. And with the shade that's just darker than this, I'm taking that on, what brush is it? Oh god, it's a Real Techniques. I think it actually is a contour brush, it's just nice and fits in there. And I'm sticking this more to like the very back of my cheekbones and up into my hairline. My god, I have just realised I did not even blend out that under there. I told you that I wouldn't. God. And to moisten my face and make my face feel less like chalk, I'm going to use the Revolution Pro Fix Oil Control Fixing Spray. Again, just really nice to go in with something wet before you go in with your highlighter. It helps it stick to your face a little bit better and show up a lot more. So I don't do it when my skin is completely wet. I kind of wait a few seconds for it to be dry and kind of damp before I go in with it. And Revolution again, Shock. I'm using the Vivid Baked Highlighter in the shade Peach Lights. And I'm highlighting just all the usual places, but I am going absolutely crazy with it. Like, I'm adding so much. Okay, my camera cut out and I don't quite know at which point it did. Okay, for under my lash line, I'm going to go in with the shade Crusade again. And I'm literally just taking that on the same fluffy brush that we've been using loads. I'm a firm believer in not using a lot of brushes because I'm very lazy and I hate washing them. My concentration face is something else. If I had a white eyeliner, I would line the like waterline on my lower lash. Oh shit, I've got powder in my eye. If I had a white eyeliner, I would use that to line my waterline, but I can't find my white eyeliner. Honestly, I had it like a week ago I was using it and now it's completely disappeared from my house. Somebody's obviously stole it. Because that seems more likely than me misplacing it. And I'm also placing the shimmery shade that we used in the centre of our... Why can't I speak? I'm placing that shimmery shade right at the very inner corner. Okay, and I'm just going to go and pop on some mascara and lashes and I'll be back in a minute. In case you're curious, the lashes I'm wearing are the Sosu by Suzanne Jackson lashes in the style Dubai. Now I'm going to do some lips. Okay, for lips I'm going to be using the NYX Suede Matte Lip Liner in the shade Club Hopper. And I'm going to use this to overline my lips. So I'm kind of going on the line where my lip is and slightly over it. I'm not going for anything too mental. Yeah, I'm being quite heavy with this. I'm not making it like a thin, neat little line or anything. Okay, and then with the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the colour Cairo, I'm just going to fill in the rest of my lips. I am just going over that line that I done, slightly. So that is the finished makeup look. I hope that you like it. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up so that I know and I can do more of these kind of dramatic looks. Anyway, I'll see you next time. Bye!